Today we are going to Ahepra Healthcare Limited. Now we are entering to Ahepra Healthcare Limited. Welcome to Ahepra Healthcare Limited. Ahepra Healthcare Limited is a manufacturer of pharmaceutical bulk drug and pharmaceutical intermediate as well as the specialty chemical. Ahepra Healthcare Limited started manufacturing in 2014 and now the annual turnover is around 150 crore. This is the outer look of Ahepra Healthcare Limited. Ahepra Healthcare Limited having the total manufacturing site area 11,691 square meter. Now we are entering into the Ahepra Healthcare. This is the watchman cabin where they put all the entry. This is the emergency number contact list. All the precaution. Ahepra Healthcare Limited total construction area is 5,680 square meter. Main director of Ahepra Healthcare Limited is Suresh Bhai Badani, Magan Bhai Badani, Hasmukh Bhai Badani, Kalpesh Bhai Kothia, Amish Bhai Shah, Devang Bhai Shah. Now we are entering to the great temple of Sri Hanumanji. Before we start to tour Ahepra Healthcare Limited, let's start our visit of Ahepra Healthcare Limited with the pray to Sri Hanumanji. Ahepra Healthcare Limited having the various manufacturing license from the food and drug department with the many products. Also Ahepra Healthcare Limited having the GMP and GLP certification and a special certification like ISO 9001 and 2015. Now we are going to visit the admin block where the QA, QC, stability, account, R&D, all the department is there. So now we are going to visit the building where the QC, QA, R&D and admin is there. Let's start to visit. This is the rodent box for the pest control. Another rodent box. Upstairs towards the QC, QA, R&D, admin, account, conference room. Another rodent box. This is the passage. Now we are going to start our visit from account department. This is the account department. Mr. Prashant is an account head with two colleagues who help him in the accounting. Now we are entering into the marketing department. This is the marketing department. Siddhi Patel is the head of the marketing and he is doing the work with the help of the Sanjay Patel from Nixon Pharmaceutical, and jointly they are doing the marketing of all the products of the Ahepra Healthcare Limited. Now we are entering to the conference room. This is the conference rooms. Here we put all the certification what we Ahepra Healthcare have. This is the quality manual policy, environment policy, ISO certification, factory license, food and drug license, GMP license, GLP license. All the license Ahepra Healthcare Limited have in this manufacturing site. Now we are entering into the stability chamber room. In this cupboard, all the retained sample is preserved for expiry of that particular product with 6 months. This is the two stability chamber. One stability chamber is for a long-term stability study and another one for the short-term stability study. Our QA and QC team regularly maintain the old data regarding the stability study, and they regularly review all the process related to stability study. Both the instrument is calibrated. This is the refrigerator where we put some sensitive, temperature sensitive products. It's also calibrated. Now we are going to QA department. This is the QA department. QA department is the most important department in all the pharmaceutical manufacturing plant. This QA department is the maintain all the document related to the pharma intermediate as well as the active pharmaceutical ingredients. These are the rack where they put all the document related to the APIs and the pharma intermediates. Now we are going to chemical lab, that is QC lab, where all the primary tests related to the starting raw material as well as the finished good is performed. Our QC lab having all the latest instrument, and all the instrument are calibrated. We are using all the very reliable instrument. All the chemicals we are using standard grade for the chemical testing. Now we are entering to the R&D lab. R&D lab is the most important part in any pharma sector, and Ahepra is investing the maximum amount in the R&D section and in all the latest instrument for the R&D, and we are performing and developing the many products, and right now we are doing the R&D is many new products. Our R&D staff is well educated and well trained, and they are doing the R&D with all the precaution. Dr. Bipin Gadia, Dr. Mahindra Savalia, Dr. Nikul Patel. These are the three key players who is looking the R&D of Ahepra Healthcare Limited. This is the days where they put all their raw data of the R&Ds. Ahepra Healthcare having the 20-liter glass assembly where they do the small scale R&D batches, and after that they will go for the plant batches. Now we are entering to the instrument lab. This is the rack where all the documents and the sample they put. We are having the HPLCs and GC instrument to to perform the primary test for the APIs and pharma intermediates. All the staff of the instrument lab is well trained and well educated and well experienced to perform all the tests related to the APIs. Also, they maintain the all document related to the APIs and their testing. Let's go to visit some utility and worker rooms or helper room or employee rooms. This is the DG set, and in first floor there is the helper employee room. This is beautiful garden on the front of the helper and worker room. This is plant 2. Now we are entering into the plant 2 manufacturing area of the pharma intermediate as well as the pharma APIs. We are having the old class of the reactor like the stainless steel reactor and glass lined reactor with the maximum capacity. We having the 5 KL reactor, 6 KL reactor as well as the 10 KL reactor. We also having the centrifuge having the capacity 36, 48. All the helper and worker in the pharma processing area, they are very educated, trained. Prime motto of Ayapra Healthcare Limited is the safety. So we take all the precaution doing the production of the pharma intermediate as well as the APIs. Let's go to first floor. All the indication for the pipelines. Now we are in the first floor of the plant 2 of Ayapra Healthcare Limited, and this is all the color indication for the different pipes and line. Here in first floor we have the different reactor like 6 KL, 2 KL, 3 KL and 5 KL GLR as well as the SS. All the reactor is well equipped. We can do the all kind of the chemical test, chemical reaction over there in this reactor. In our manufacturing plant, we can perform the all kind of the reaction. We can do the reaction below minus 40 degree, and upper side we can do the reaction 360, 380 degrees Celsius reaction also we perform in our plant. The main product of Ayapra Healthcare Limited is cilnidipine, benidipine, allopurinol, silostazole, rimipide, bosentan, solifenacin, sumatriptan, labetalol, nebivolol, and some pharma intermediates like DMA, and luliconazole intermediate, Montelukast, intermediates, Fableton intermediates, as well as the Fableton APIs. This is the 200-liter glass assembly over there in first floor to perform the small volume product. This is the two reactor. One there is 3KL SSR and another is 3KL GLR. From this two reactor, the line is goes to the PP area where the crystallization done. Now we are going to second floor. This is the second floor of the plant 2 of Ahipra Healthcare Limited. Here also we have the different capacity type of reactor with all the required accessories and utilities. Now we are entering into the purified water plant. The capacity of purified water plant is 3000 liters. This is the purified water plant. So all the water required for the manufacturing of the pharma intermediate as well as the API is come from this purified water plant. So it's the heartbeats of the APIs. As regular interval, they are doing or performing the validation of the water purified plant. Now we are into the terrace of plant 2 of Ahipra Healthcare Limited, where some utility is there, like a chilling plant is in the terrace. Also this column for the distillation. Top view of Ankleshwar from the terrace of Ahipra Healthcare Limited. Another top view from plant 2. This is the plant 1 of Ahipra Healthcare Limited. We can visit afterwards. This is the QA QC admin block and account department block. Worker rooms and utility and worker change room. This is the influent treatment plant of Ahipra Healthcare Limited. This is the main important plant of the any chemical or the pharma industry, where they have to do the treatment of the polluted water, because the environment is the priority to all the chemical and pharma industry. Here we are doing the treatment of the high COD water and high BOD water, and then we send to the NCPL. This three tank for the storage of the wastewater. In this tank, we perform the treatment of the polluted water. This is the boiler plant. We have the two boilers. To generate the steam for the plant 1 and plant 2 to function all the reactor regularly. This is the inorganic raw material storage of plant 1 for the inorganic solvent as well as the inorganic raw materials. Now we are going to enter in the methanol storehouse. The methanol is stored in a lock and key, the poisoning solvent and its control substance. We maintain all the precaution, safety and measurement related to the methanol in this storehouse. All the worker and employee work in methanol storehouse is well trained to handle the methanol. This is the main warehouse approved by Food and Drug Department. Now we are entering in the warehouse department. This is the RM receiving and dedusting area. It's also called as a quarantine area. All the raw material which is used in the manufacturing of the API is stored over here in quarantine. After testing, it will be used in the manufacturing area. This is the sampling area. QC person doing the sampling from the quarantine area, and after the passing the material, we are using in the manufacturing of the API. This is the change room. Now we are entering into the change room. Left side is a weighing room of the raw material which is used in the API manufacturing. This is the sampling room. Sampling of the all raw material comes to this warehouse which is used in the manufacturing of the APIs. Dispensing area From here, the material is dispensed. This is the common storage area of the inorganic and the solvent. All the precaution related to safety is measured and maintained in this warehouse. Now we are going to see the packing material storage room. This is the packing material storage room where we store the LDP drum, fiber drum, LDP liner ware, SGP drum, everything packing material related to the API is stored over here. All the data maintained over in this office. Now we are entering into the PP area, powder processing area. This is the change room. The person who entering into the PP area, they have to change all the clothes, helmet, they have to wear the apron. This is the guidelines of the wearing the aprons, shoe cover, cap, mask. This is the airlock 1. Then this is airlock 2 to enter the passage of the PP area. This is the common passage of the PP area. Accessory room. All the required accessory related to the plant is stored over here. HU. Let's enter in the manufacturing area. All the equipment, instrument is calibrated. This is main powder processing area. In this ground floor, there is a centrifuge where we do the centrifugation of the final API. This is the pass box. After the centrifuge, the powder is sent to the drying area by using the pass box system. Upstream is the processing area. 2 reactors over there in upstream. First floor. It's also called as a crystallization area. Here is a 2 reactor. One is glass line reactor, the capacity of 3 KL. Another one is a 3 KL GLR. Material come over here for the crystallization from another 2 reactor which is outside of this area. Both the machinery is calibrated by the Sayona instrument Ankleshwar. Each and everything is well labeled. Receiver of the reactor. Small accessories related to the reactor is put over that box. Outside area of the PPA manufacturing area. Now we are entering to the powder processing area, or we can say dry area. Here is the drying, milling and sifting of the final API is done. After receiving the material from the manufacturing area through the pass box, the material is undergo drying. After the drying, material go for the multi-milling, and after milling, it will go for the sifting. After completion of the sifting, material is packed and through pass box is go for the blending or packaging. This is the multi-mill, bowl of FBD, HU. This is the pass box from where the material come over in this room. This is the FBD for the drying of the API. VTD, vacuum tray dryer for the drying of the final API. All the machinery and instrument are well calibrated. So this pass box material go for blending and packaging. This is the blending, packaging and labeling area of the final API. This is the material come for the blending. After completion of the blending, material is packed and put it in the quarantine room. The packing material for the final API is come through this room. Packing material storage room for final packaging of the API. This packing material is come from the warehouse. This is the quarantine room. After packaging of the material put over there in the quarantine room till all the testing is complete. After the complete analysis, the material is sent to the passbook to the finished goods store and ready for the dispatch. Now we are exiting from the PP area and we will see the finished good dispensing good storeroom. This is the finished good exit room. After complete analysis, the material is sent over here through the pass box from the quarantine room. This is the outside plant worker change room and the utility for the worker near to plant 2. Behind that there is a chilling plant. This is the chilling plant. This is the nitrogen plant, small nitrogen plant. This is the plant 1. In this plant 1, we are manufacturing the pharma intermediates. Use capacity of the manufacturing in plant 1 to do the pharma intermediates. Manufacturing the pharma intermediates of the luliconazole, glimepiride, tamsulosin, cilostazol. Also manufacturing DMF-DMA, intermediate of benidipine, intermediate of cilnidipine, intermediate of lecradipine, intermediate of pregabalin. Now we are exiting from the plant 1. Now we are entering into the canteen area of the plant where the old worker, employee and staff have to do their dinner and lunch in this canteen. The food is totally free for all the employee, staff and worker of the APRA Healthcare Limited. Thank you, welcome, and give a spacious time to APRA Healthcare Limited.